you were a robot and I knew and you didn't, do you want me to tell you?
Anyway, it occurs to me, if I ever did perfect a time machine, I would just go into the past and give it to myself, thus eliminating the need for me to invent it in the first place.
You know, I'm sure if you just apologized to Gablehauser, he would give you your job back.
I don't want my job back. I've spent the past 3.5 years staring at grease boards full of equations. Before that, I spent 4 years working on my thesis. Before that, I was in college, and before that, I was in the 5th grade.
Oh, no.
What?
That's Penny's ex-boyfriend.
What do you suppose he's doing here, besides disrupting the local gravity field?
If he were any bigger, he'd have moons orbiting him.
Oh, snap.
Leonard, you are so great. Why can't all guys be like you?
Because if all guys were like me, the human race couldn't survive.
Well, first, we don't have house guests. Frankly, if I could afford the rent, I'd ask you to leave.
Your friendship means a lot to me as well. What else?
What would you do if you won $10 million?
Quit my job and travel.
What would you do if you won $10 million?
I'd buy a flat in an apartment in New York and my own private helicopter so I could fly anywhere else.
I would invest part of it, but I'd also travel.
I'd make my husband retire. I'd help my children and travel.
What would you do if you won $10 million?
I would give it to charity, and then I would give some to my mom.
Pay off all my bills, buy a few houses, and then go on vacation.
Travel and go to school for the rest of my life.
Retire immediately, move my family to an island somewhere, and just relax.
I'd put it in the bank.
You'd put that $10 million right into the bank?
Yeah.
What would you do if you had £10 million?
Worry, I should imagine.
Travel. Then I would have to travel, go to France.
And then what would we do?
And we'd probably go to Paris.
And we'd go to Paris, and we'd eat a lot and drink good wine.
Exactly.
What would you do if you won $10 million?
Pay my bills and say goodbye, New Jersey.
And if only one thing had happened differently, if that shoelace hadn't broken, or that delivery truck had moved moments earlier, or that package had been wrapped and ready, because the girl hadn't broken up with her boyfriend, or that man had set his alarm and got up 5 minutes earlier, or that taxi driver hadn't stopped for a cup of coffee, or that woman had remembered her coat and got into an earlier cab, Daisy and her friend would have crossed the street, and the taxi would have driven by.